Saying your master is not weak.
I adore, no, I love Regigigas. Like, seriously, him, Gyarados, and MagcarJoe are my favourite Pokemon, just out of the entire series. The design, top notch. This big, imposing juggernaut with moss growing on it, making it look like a miniature planet in a way. It's just incredible. The lore of it being this monster golem that leads the other golems and is hidden away in a tomb is just really cool. And best of all, the best thing about Regigigas and it breaks my heart that those are the only 3 positive things we can say about Regigigas, and I do mean we. No one can say anything else positive about it, and, well, let's get into it. My god, was this boy done dirty by Game Freak, possibly worse than anything else in the series. And look, I know a lot of people have made videos like this. It's not unknown that Regigigas was giga-got so hard, but I want to be another voice bringing attention to the plight of this beautiful, ginormous man. So let's start with the first reason Regigigas sucks. Deception. What do I mean by that? Well, let's look at the best thing about Regigigas. Those stats. He's tied 13th in attack, with a respectable 100 base speed to boot, and decent bulk added on. In fact, in the base stat total department, he's joint 10th. With 670, sharing the ballpark with Gordon, the Whale, and Monkey. Let's just ignore that last one. It's not really relevant to the conversation when the phrase "good except for Regigigas" is brought up. But these two favourite children, they will perfectly demonstrate my point. They have insane stats, again, on par with Regigigas. Arguably 2 of the best types in the game. Their abilities literally are tier defining. They're really good abilities. I shouldn't need to explain why being able to set up the sun or the rain just by switching in is, you know, really good. And just to reiterate, they have the same base stat total as Regigigas. Obviously not the same stats, they're spread around a bit differently. You could actually argue that Regi has slightly better distribution, but that's kind of up in the air depending on what you want. Either way, Gordon and the Whale are always top of the Ubers. Top 5 at the very least. They have it all. And what do we get when we move down to Regigigas and look at some of his traits? We have to just look and then ask ourselves, why is he a normal type? Like, really? It sucks. This slows Reggie down. He can never get started with such a mediocre type. Okay, maybe I'm being a bit too harsh. You know, it's not the worst type in the game, I'll grant you that. But let's look at thematic sense. Normal. Normal. Cat, normal. Bird, normal. Bigger cat, normal. Bigger bird, normal. Poor choice. Biggest bird, normal. If I see this thing wobbling towards me, screaming like it's being damned to hell, I don't say, oh, that's normal. Regigigas should be a ground type. It fits thematically the most, given he's, you know, a golem, and golem itself is part ground. It seems only fair. Also, the fact that it looks like a continent, yeah, it probably should be a ground type. I don't know why it's not a ground type. You know, you got rock, ice, what the fuck's it? Steel? I feel the next, like, approach there is ground, not normal. Plus, if we're going back to competitive viability, Stab Earthquake beats Stab Body. Oh! No, never mind. He can't actually learn that. Great, well, my point's even better. Listen, I'm not a master strategist here, I'm a simpleton. I see high attack, I see the ground type, my caveman brain goes, hit the thing very hard with the rock. Done. Stab Earthquake, Rock Slide and Thunder Punch for coverage, and something else. I don't know, again, caveman brain, not very smart, but I feel it would do better than normal. We don't have that though. At the end of the day, however, what we do still have is 160 attack, and 160 attack is still amazing, right? Yeah, let's talk about the elephant in the room. Why the f could Regigigas not learn Rest until Gen 8? The move literally every other Pokemon can learn. You're telling me this thing can go to sleep and heal itself to full, but a Pokemon strong enough to move continents and who is literally found slumbering cannot! Unironically, memes aside, that is the thing that irritates me the most about this Pokemon. Right, let's look at the main thing you all were thinking of. Slow start. Yeah, just that. If you know what it does, then you know why it's, you know, awful. If you don't know, well, let me give you a visual demonstration. That will probably help more. You see, we take this bat right here, see this? It's a bat, and then we just beat the ever-loving god out of the thing. Just continuously break its kneecaps over and over and over again. Now Regigigas is crippled and bound to a wheelchair, halving its attack and speed, but after 5 turns of physical therapy, he can get back to where he was. Unless he's switched out, in which case the cycle begins anew. Halving the attack and speed of Regigigas sends its base stat total to 540. Still respectable, but the 2 most important stats for a Pokemon like Regigigas that doesn't have a decent defense type and doesn't have a way to heal are now garbage. Yeah, it says on everything, you should still be able to accomplish something in CU tier that holds the likes of Butterfree, which some people actually commented said was good, Ivysaur, and Stunfisk, the legendary Pokemon Regigigas can't find a niche, at least according to Smogon. I vaguely remember reading somewhere Regigigas got banned from its EU tier. Like, way to go, champ. You showed them. No one puts Regigigas in the corner. Your opponent can just smash this thing to pieces before it can ever get going, or it can just use Roar on it and reset Slow Start. If you really want to be known as a bully, then just do that. Think to a time when you were playing Pokemon and you got burnt or paralyzed, and how bad that was for your team. That is Regigigas' entire existence, both of them combined. And it's just not fair. It's so unfair. I've already mentioned Gordon and the Whale, who have an equal base stat total, better typing, and better abilities, but even in Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, where Pokemon now have more stats, better move distribution, superior abilities, better typing, Reggie is still stuck with the Slow Start ability in his own game's remake. Hell, if you gave him any other ability aside from maybe Truant, Uber tier, almost certainly, at least OU. Like the one time in competitive Reggie was used, it was in conjunction with Galarian Weezing, who got rid of his ability. Look, hey, Game Freak, my boys, my homies, listen up. 5 generations of Slow Start is coming up. End it here. It'd be poetic, it'd be beautiful, you can fix all your past mistakes, but it'd still not be enough in my opinion. Let's go bigger. Keep Slow Start so people are still like, wow, they haven't learned anything. But then we hit them with this. Double the attack and speed after only 2 turns, giving Reggie 360 attack and 200 speed. And also, Reggie is now a ground type, but is not weak to grass, water or ice. In fact, he's immune. Also, he learns every single move in the game and continuously insults his opponents to lower their confidence. You know what's funny? I was just thinking of this. If you added the last 3, Reggie would still be anything but a Giga Chad. Maybe it would be CU. But perhaps one day his rightful place in the Uber's metagame will be secured. I don't know when. I don't know how. I pray though that one day, someday, I get to say it's Gigasin time. Yeah, you know what would really just show him up at Game Freak? It would just stick it to him. Let's get this video to like 1 million views. Like, oh, they would be shaking and quaking in their little boots. It would be hilarious. And oh boy, if everyone just liked and subscribed right now, they would, they wouldn't know what hit them. I think we should do that. It would be hilarious. Just for the memes, obviously. I mean, come on, everyone loves memes. Haha, I made a Morpheus one. That's dead, but I still made it because it's funny. I mean, this entire video is just the meme of Regigigas, so it works, I guess. Okay, full disclaimer, I'm working on another Pokemon Nuzlocke that's going to be significantly bigger, or maybe bugger is the better term, than basically every other video on my channel, and it's gonna take a while, so here's this one. In the meantime,